All right, so I took this car to Ortega Audio. The speakers were not working at all. So I got new door speakers and new rear speakers. So he said there's a little problem with the audio. So when I drove it that day, the speakers would only play on this side of the car, on the passenger side, and it would jump from the back to the front to the back to the front and so forth. So I ended up doing some research, and I heard the amps on these cars, the Japanese amps, do not work with these American radios. So what I ended up doing is going online, doing a little bit of research, and found this diagram right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to rewire the amp, or bypass the amp I should say, so that way you guys do not have that problem and your audio and speakers work how they're supposed to. This is the amp right here. This is Panasonic amp, and they have Clarion, and the plug goes back here that I disconnected. So this is where you disconnect the plug from. And this is the sucker that was messing up my stereo system. Alright, so this is the plug right here for the amp. So on the diagram it shows the top one being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then it goes down 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then back up 11, 12. I don't know, I was done like that. As the diagram states, cut 2 wires at a time so you don't lose track. And you're gonna start off with 1 and 3, then go to 2 and 4, 6 and 8, and 7 and 5. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys this. I use this green tape in the meantime because I didn't have anything else to use. So what I'm gonna do is hook these up the right way. You should have 3 wires left over, which would be 9, 10, and 11. So I'm gonna go ahead and cap those up. All right, now that that is done, we're gonna connect 1 and 3. 1 and 3 is done. Now let's go to 2 and 4. So 2 would be black and red, and black and pink. Up we have 5 and 7, which would be orange and brown. I don't know if you guys could see that well, but it's like really dark in here. So all right, so that would be orange and brown. All right, next up would be 6 and 8, which would be blue and teal color. And mine had a Panasonic amp, so I don't know if the colors on the wiring would be different from a GTR to a GTST, but these are for a GTST, so these would be the correct colors for that. We have it that simple. It's just connecting 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of wires together, and then leaving 3 topped off. 1 and 3, 2 and 4, 5 and 7, 6 and 8 on the diagram, and I'll put it again right here so you guys could see how it goes. Now heat shrink them and then tape them all up together and zip tie them somewhere up there. Alright, so this is what it should look like when you're all said and done and zip tied. And I didn't tighten it all the way because these bars right here move when the trunk closes. Let me just show you guys. Close the trunk a little bit. See how it moves? So yeah, that's why I'm not zip tying it all the way down. Doesn't look like there's another point where I can zip tie it, so it's probably gonna be the best bet. Just leave it a little bit loose. This is the amp right here. This is Panasonic amp, and they have Clarion, and the plug goes back here that I disconnected. So this is where you disconnect the plug from. And this is the sucker that was messing up my stereo system. All right, so the speakers are connected, and let's try it out. So before you could only hear this side and the back, and it would switch over as I would drive. Yeah, man, the fucking speakers work amazing. So now I could drive around listening to music with no interruptions, not worrying about the speakers not working, driving comfortable. So with that being said, I ended up breaking this speaker cover right here. I thought you could pull it out from the outside since the top part came off easy, and I tried pulling it a little bit from the bottom so it broke, but no worries because this plastic is really thick. So I am gonna end up putting like some self-tapping screws right here, the small ones that won't go all the way through from the inside, and get this speaker cover back on. I also do have my Momo steering wheel right here, which I will put on, but I just need to get the hub that has a Hicus attachment to it because the NRG does not have it, or else I would have just swapped the one from the 240 onto this one. But it doesn't have the Hicus set up, so I can't run that one. So yeah, with that being said, the stereo is on and it works amazing. And I'm really happy.